What's up, y'all? It's me. It's Kayla. Before I get into this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post videos about my life, weight loss, wellness, and my journey to self-love and happiness. Also hit the little bell icon. It notifies you every time I post a new video. So, this video is going to be about sex. So if you are not old enough, you know who you are, stop watching. Also, if you know me in person and it's gonna be weird for you to hear me talk about sex, this is your warning. Get out now. Get out now. I've been celibate for a while now, and I started collecting questions about my celibacy and sex and things like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. How long have you been celibate? There's a little incident which I refuse to I don't count it, and I feel like that's what matters, honestly. So I say over 2 years, but to be for real, it's been over a year. Why did you choose to be celibate? So years of bad sex led me to celibacy. I was either too drunk to care, I was faking it, or I was really bored. These people didn't care about me, they only cared about themselves. And after a long time of blaming all the sexual partners I had, I learned that it was my own problem. I got to a point where I realized that my friends weren't lying about their sexual experiences. Everyone has some rough, bad, weird, awkward sex stories, but overwhelmingly my friends were enjoying having sex. And for a while I thought that they were crazy until I realized that I was the crazy one because I kept having sex with people that I wasn't attracted to and that I wasn't having a good time with. So at that point I realized that I just was going after what I thought I deserved. Like if people were attracted to me and wanted to have sex with me, that was the only qualifier there was. And I realized I just didn't value myself. So I decided to stop having sex so I could have that time to work on my self-esteem and my confidence. I realized that my shitty sex life, yeah, it was because I was sleeping with some pretty selfish and boring people, but also the fact that I wasn't going after what I desired and what I deserved. Do you miss having sex? Yes, I do miss having sex. I really miss physical touch. Is dating harder when you're celibate? So at this time, dating and sex have gone hand in hand for me. I made the decision to not do either just so I can have all this time and energy to get my own shit together. I do imagine that when I start dating again, I will start having sex again. I'm not waiting for anything in particular. I'm not waiting for the right person. I just need to have my shit together when I decide to focus my energy on people that are other than me and my family. Since being celibate, I have shared some kisses with people that I'm interested in, and those were really great and fun times. I never felt pressured to take it any further. I also didn't feel like I wasn't doing enough. The kissing was the main event because they knew what my boundaries were, and it was a great time. So I really, really enjoyed that. But yeah, dating and sex have gone hand in hand for me. I imagine it's harder for people that are strictly staying away from sex and not dating. How do you think celibacy has affected your life in a negative and a positive way? So yeah, there is a negative for me. Sadly, it's actually been kind of a big deal, but I'm not discouraged. But the longer I go without having sex, the more sex gives me anxiety. And I worry that I'll get to a point where I'm staying away from sex, not because it's still right for me and not because it's working for me, but because I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. I don't remember what it's like. And because I haven't had that great of experiences, I feel like a virgin again. I just feel like I don't know what to do. I'm really nervous. I'm anxious about making a fool of myself or doing something weird. And it's silly. The anxiety is silly. But celibacy has affected my life in many positive ways. Being celibate has given me the time to build up myself and build up my confidence enough to go after what I desire and what I deserve. I now know that I kind of have a type. and I'm less afraid to go after people that I'm genuinely attracted to, people that turn me on, people I think that are hot and cool and smart and all of that stuff. I never did that before. Before, my only qualifier was, are they interested in me? If that's yes, let's do it. Let's do it. But now I don't see it that way. Now I see it as, who am I interested in? Who do I think is attractive? Who am I genuinely connected to? And that's something I would have never been able to learn about myself if I hadn't taken this time to work on my own shit. Are there things that you've learned about yourself while being celibate? Yes, I've learned quite a few things about myself that like never really crossed my mind or I wasn't sure of, and now I'm like, I feel like I know myself a lot better. I've learned that I'm sexy. I've learned that I'm desirable. I learned that I'm kinky. I've learned that I'm not entirely monogamous. I've learned that I really, really love a good hug. I've learned that one night stands don't make me feel good. And I've learned that good sex is a deal breaker for any future relationships, whether they be casual, non-monogamous, polyamorous, long-term, committed. In the future, good sex is a deal breaker for me. Any tips for those considering celibacy? Yeah. One, invest in a good sex toy. It doesn't have to be very expensive, but step your game up. Invest in some things to make you feel good, like lube and massage oils and just that. If you will be masturbating, some people completely abstain altogether, which is also fine. That works for a certain amount of people. If you want to continue to have sex with yourself, I would suggest you actually invest in your sex life with yourself. Take some time, get to know your body, and yeah, you don't need anyone else. My second tip for those considering celibacy is to set goals. You'll be surprised at how much time you have on your hands when you're no longer having sex or searching for sex. You have a lot of time, so use your celibacy as this time to strive for something that you've always wanted, whether it be a new hobby, whether it be weight loss, self-help. Just have a goal and work towards that goal. You'll have a lot more time on your hands and you will be shocked. I have been shocked. My last tip is that this has to be for you. It has to enrich your life, and don't let anyone talk you into or out of celibacy. So yeah, that is my celibacy Q&A. I will talk to you all later, and trust me, you will be some of the first to know when my celibacy is broken, because I will answer the rest of these sex questions that I have in my inbox. I will talk to you all later. Bye.